For supply can be defined as the various quantities of a good or service that fans are willing and able to that firms are willing and able to produce at varying prices over a period of time. Once again, assuming ceteris paribus or all things being equal. Now, unlike demand, supply has a positive relationship or with price, um, and the law of supply states that as the price of a good increases, the willingness and ability of firms to supply this good also increases, and vice versa. Once again, willing refers to uh, firms' willingness to produce a good, which ability refers to their capacity, often financially, to produce a certain good. Now, as before, with demand, there can be movements along the supply curve and shifts of the supply curves. Movements along the supply curve, once again, are as a result of changes in price level, and much like demand, are referred to as changes in quantity supplied. In this case, nothing else changes except for price, and this shift in price causes an increase in quantity supplied, as you can see in the graph, where they were previously producing at point A at price 1, and the resulting quantity supplied was at quantity 1. However, then the increase in price resulted in a increase in quantity supplied and then shifted it or moved it along to point B. However, there can also be non-price determinants which cause shifts in the entire supply curve as seen above. And these are changes to anything but price. So it is important to remember that these do not involve any price changes, but instead shift the entire curve without changing price. Once again, there are many uh, non-price determinants, but the main ones can be memorized with this acronym, which is also from Econ Plus Del, PINES WC. And for example, productivity, which is the first one, can be explained as the productivity of labor or capital, where, for example, if a worker is more productive or more efficient, this will obviously decrease cost of production, while or not will increase the amount supplied while having the cost of production remain the same. Indirect taxes, on the other hand, will increase cost of production for firms. Once again, therefore decreasing their willingness and ability to produce goods at a certain price. The number of firms will increase the amount supplied. It is not a very big factor, but obviously, if there are more firms in an economy, more of that good will be supplied, and then hence shift the curve to the right. Improvements in technology, or the opposite can occur. These will also obviously increase or decrease cost of production, and as a result, increase the supply. For example, the invention of computers greatly improved the productive possibilities of many firms. Subsidy is when a government subsidizes a firm. This obviously helps to reduce cost of production, as now more of that is being paid by the government, um, and as a result, they are now more willing and able to produce goods at at certain prices. Weather is another factor that alters the supply curve, because this is mainly in relation to farming goods and agricultural goods, where obviously the quantity supplied uh, increases as a result of weather changes. And lastly, costs of production, which are the main ones. Any change in cost of production, any reduction in cost of production will result in a overall increase in supply or a shift to the left, and vice versa. If cost of production increase, the supply curve will shift to the left. It is important to remember that none of these alter the price and shift the supply curve without changing the price.